Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to Alive this morning. Hope you're having a great start to your day. And we're always happy to have you come on. And first of all, to say hello. Okay. I take my glasses off to clean them. My word, I can hardly see a thing. Okay. So who's first? Rosalinda, how are you? And Elaine Pembroke, good morning. Rosa, how is you? And John, our friend from Elgin, Illinois. And wait a minute, who was that, Deborah? Dubraka. And Carrie from Nebraska, Andrea, Niagara Falls, Wendy, Markham, Brahim, Portland, Oregon, Jocelyn. I know where you guys live, a lot of you. Jocelyn, Sturgeon Falls, Marin, Jeanette from our staff, and Nick from our staff. 1 and 2. Renee, Australia. Love it, love it. Nellie, Jane, good morning to you. Francine, Nakina, and Micheline, how are you, Mitch? Dave, Melville, Alicia, North Bay, Helena, Cambridge, and good morning, Moncton, New Brunswick, Catherine, Newfoundland, Maria. Okay, a couple of more we'll get going here. Arlene, Yolande, bonjour Yolande, Georgie, Halifax, Sue, St. Petersburg, Florida. Deb, good morning. Shirley, Newfoundland. Pat, how is you? And Nicole, good morning. Mary, and Donna, thanks for coming on, guys. We appreciate it so, so much. Morale, Dan, and Catherine, British Columbia. Wow, that's bright and early. Barbara and Serpa, hi Serpa, from Dowling, Milika, Stouffville, Brenda, Campbell River, British Columbia, right? Barbara, Thetford, Leeds, okay. Wanda and Edith. Good for you guys for coming on. Diney. Okay, now I gotta talk about this for a sec. Guys, our private Facebook group, I'm already controversial enough as it is. We just ask for people, look, it's a forum. It's a privilege for us because Facebook, they've got rules. We don't want to lose that group because we've got tens of thousands of people that are members of it, and we just got to be careful. So I know, like people today, we have very strong opinions. Leave that, folks, to me, okay? We don't want stuff posted on there that creates a controversy. Some people are for something, some people are against certain things. We understand that. We live in a world, there's a lot of mixed feelings. I have strong opinions, but even then I'm very careful. We have to be. Facebook has rules. And it's just, we want to follow them because I want this forum and we want our private Facebook group. So guys, just be careful, okay? It's not that we don't know these things or whatever, but we don't want fighting on there, okay? We don't want that. And as a matter of fact, Facebook doesn't allow it. So if there's complaints, they could take down our Facebook group, and we know that, so we try and protect it. So our staff is there to protect the Facebook rules, okay? They got rules. I didn't make them up, but they did, okay? Now, that aside, somebody asked me the question, and I probably get it several times a week, is Doc, why don't I talk about obesity more? It's a big problem. In a way, I do talk about it, but I'm always reluctant to talk about obesity and the reset. And I want to explain it again, that the reset was never created to fix obesity. Okay? It wasn't created for that. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. Obesity, if you put 100 doctors in a room, okay, 100, 95, maybe up to 99%, obesity is your fault, okay? Because you're eating too much and not exercising enough. Eat less, move more. I got taught that when I was in nutritional undergrad. Eat less, move more. No one talked about insulin other than if you were a diabetic. And no one talked about the liver. No one. I mean, unless you had cirrhosis of the liver. But what I try and do every day is to teach how the body works, fix the problem, and then you fix symptoms, okay? Fix the problem, then you fix symptoms. Now, again, and I've said this a many a time, I know a lot of people come on, they do the reset for weight loss purposes, okay? That's their primary goal. And I don't care why you do the reset, I really don't. If you do it, or people do it, or your friends do it, or your family does it for weight loss, because that's what they're thinking, that's all right. That's all right. I don't care what the motive is. But I need to explain to my audience here that my primary goal is not to fix obesity. It's to fix insulin resistance. That's the key. Because when you fix that, if you fix insulin resistance, you fix the big problem. Now, guys, in the last 50 years, yeah, for sure, at least 50, our diets have gone to HE double hockey stick. Okay? Our diets have gone to HE double hockey stick. You know what I mean by that? That's the word for hell. Okay, that's what I say. Okay, double hockey stick. And because of that, we've created, look, even with what's going on in the world, in the pandemic, okay, they're looking at one thing. Let's get to zero when it comes to the virus. Let's get to zero. And you know me, I've been saying it all along. All along. The problem isn't the specific bacteria or viruses. It used to be the problem, because if you go back 100 years even, before the advent of antibiotics, before the advent of clean water and things like that, that's what people died of. They died from infection. Generally, I'm not saying there was no cancer, there was just very little cancer. I'm not saying there was no heart disease, there were just very little heart disease. Okay? People primarily got sick and died. You have to understand that because there's been a huge paradigm shift. And then when you got a pandemic coming, medicine can't help themselves but focus on eradication of the specific bug, viral bacteria. That's their thinking. Okay? It's always treatment. It's always treatment. Medicine, I hate to be negative, has been hijacked to some extent by the pharmaceutical companies. Okay? They've been hijacked and they think like that. You have this, this is what we do. You have a bug, we give you a pill. There's a pill for that. You got high blood pressure, here's a pill. You got digestive problems, here's a pill. You got heart problems, here's a pill. And they're trying to find a pill, and they've been very unsuccessful with Alzheimer's and dementia. I mean, you don't think the pharmaceutical companies are not racing to find a pill? And they've got some, but they've been very ineffective. Very ineffective. And you guys know me. Why do I say that? Because they're looking for love in all the wrong places. The problem is us. It's the food we eat. That's why, since our diets have gone to HE double hockey stick in the last 50 years, we have a massive increase, not decrease, a massive increase in non-viral, non-bacterial disorders. That's the elephant, guys, in the room. Because in the last 50 years, what have we seen? Cancer. Are we winning the war on cancer? Oh, geez, no. We've hardly made a dent. It's gotten worse. And what we're seeing in cancer is a massive increase in young people getting cancer. Kids getting cancer. Those kids are just the canaries in the coal mine. I'm just telling you something, guys. I mean this, I mean it, and I mean it. When I was a kid, okay, and we had big families, okay? I don't know if because we were French, Canadian, or whatever, but there was a lot more kids, right? The baby boomers, right? After World War II, I put my hand up. That's me. But when I was a kid in school, kids with cancer? What? I didn't even know what that was. I mean it. Now, you know, there was no more of that. I mean, no more of it. There wasn't any, as far as I knew. I lost a friend with cancer in grade 13. Well, he was a friend of mine in grade 13. And then when I went to university, he went to another university and he got sick and died of cancer. I was a pallbearer at his funeral. And I mean, what? I remember talking to his mother. He's got what? Cancer. What? You know, like, it's not that there was none, but the young people didn't get that. Today, we have so much disease. that are non-bacterial, non-viral. It's craziness. Heart disease, you would think, come on. Since we stopped smoking, not everybody has, but most people have got the memo. You can't smoke in a room anywhere. You can't go to an hotel and find a smoking room. You can't smoke in a restaurant. You can't. I remember playing hockey as a boy, playing, playing in my junior B days and whatever. The arenas were so full of smoke, I'm surprised we could see the puck. There was a big crowd of 3,000 watching us. And I remember, you go in there, but it was just, we were so used to people smoking, we didn't even think about it. But today, generally people, you can't smoke inside. You can't smoke in your car, or at least most people don't. You know what I'm saying? Well, you would think that would have eradicated cancer, but cancer's worse than ever. And especially in young people. Colorectal cancer. Ladies, hello. Breast cancer is out of control. I can't stand it when I see pink. Okay? And I don't care. You can run around the field. You can go door to door and raise money. But they don't put the emphasis where it belongs. Why do we see so much breast cancer? It's not a virus. It's not a bacteria. It isn't. It's food, primarily. Okay? I know there's hormones involved. Men and prostate cancer. Why so much? What makes things grow? I know it sounds too simplistic. Sugar. They're teenagers. Cancer cells are teenagers. They want sugar. They're kids. And they can't duplicate without it. I know it's too simplistic. But it's so important. It's so important that you understand that. And this is why, when people, they want to do weight loss, a program, if you're going to do a weight loss program, don't count calories. It's not calories. It's how your body stores. You can be skinny as 2 rakes and be very sick. Skinny as 2 rakes and be very sick. Because what insulin does, it's a storing hormone. Right? You eat sugar or carbs primarily, and insulin will knock on the cell's door, blah, 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 all around your body and say, open up, open up. But when you get insulin resistance, it's in 3 areas. And we talk about this all the time. Your muscles, your liver, and fat cells. And when you have insulin resistance, those 3 type of cells, they don't respond to insulin anymore. They don't respond. And that's where you get trouble. You can be skinny, not have any muscles, and your muscles can't respond. If you don't have them, they can't respond to insulin. It's your diet. And obesity, what it is, it's your body's protective mechanism, because your fat cells are responding to insulin. And they store, and they store. That's what fat cells do. They store glycogen, sugar. So it's really important to get at the root cause, because our diets have gone to HE double hockey stick. That's what's happened. And I've been screaming from the rooftops that we got to fix that. We need to fix it. And every day, probably, without exception, maybe a few, I am going to hammer this home. I've been doing it, and I will do it and do it and do it. If you're going to go on a weight loss program, the reset is the best one, because it actually gets at the problem. It's not calories. It's not a lack of movement. Actually, I've actually met people that are bigger, and metabolically, they are healthier than their skinny friend right beside them. Metabolically, they are. You wouldn't think so, because medicine looks at obesity as you're eating too much, rather than not storing too much. And in the skinny person, they just, because they can't see it, oh, well, you're healthy, it's better to be thin. No, it's better to be metabolically healthy. That's what it's better to be. So I'm going to develop that I always develop it. But if you're wondering what I'm thinking, that's where I come from. Okay. Now, we're doing a shorter version today because I got to get out of here. I got an appointment today. So, we love you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.